Alright YouTube, what's going on? It's Mesa back at it with some Destiny 2. Alright, so we got a new interview with Luke Smith to talk about. I woke up this morning, I checked Reddit to see what was going on, and of course, the top thread was dissecting some quotes from Luke Smith from this article that's titled, Destiny 2 Director, an extremely high percent of players are level capped, we stand by fixed weapon perks. Now, most folks out there, including myself, really do miss the whole random weapon roll thing. I mean, that kept a lot of people playing, kept me playing. I still am playing the game, but I'm not chasing a carrot, guys. I play the raid every week, not because of drops, because I enjoy the raid. To me, this is the most fun raid they've ever made. I just play the game just in general because I enjoy it. Because the way I look at it, you know, we're playing vanilla Destiny 2 right now, right? We played the vanilla Destiny 1, and then it got better over time. I do have hopes that Destiny 2 will evolve over time like Destiny 1 did. And one could argue that most of the stuff should have been changed or fixed right before launch, or the game should have launched differently. Well, you know what? That's hindsight is always 2020, folks. I think Destiny 2 will evolve over time, but enough of my babbling on my opinion here. Let's talk about some of these quotes from Luke Smith. So Luke says, there have been some pleasant surprises, but there are some that ask to be introspective about them too. An extremely high percentage of players have both finished the campaign and reached the level cap, like a shocking number of players. I think that's a really interesting data point, and the team should be really proud of that. It means that when people enter the world, they're sticking around. I think one of the things we've got to make sure we do right is if you're playing 80 to 90 hours, are you happy with where your character is? And is there new stuff to do? Are you coming back? Now, to be frank, guys, this is where I get a lot of hate from, and I get called a Bungie shill nonstop. And look, guys, cool it with the comments, okay? There's way to be constructive and way to just be nasty about things. Just be cool, all right? So for me, look, I've got everything I want in the game. And for me, I'm not chasing a carrot. For myself personally, can't speak for you, I'm just speaking for me, I feel less pressure. I can kind of just enjoy the game. For me, as a content creator, it gets, or at least I felt, it's a little too stressful when I'm constantly chasing a carrot. Now, granted, I do miss looking for that God roll Ias Luna. I remember I just was ecstatic when I got that God roll Lord High Fixer and so forth. But, you know, when I look back at Destiny 1, when it first came out for like the first year, nothing was dropping. And then all of a sudden, everything was dropping. So I personally think that there's a fine line between giving us everything and then making us chase things. And that's why the end game is such a hot topic with everyone right now, because everyone feels like there's nothing to do in the game. For me personally, like I said, I'm just playing the game and enjoying it, doing various activities, not really expecting anything. I just like it. But if we look back at This Week at Bungie, I'm going to quote Cosmo here, said, one thing we've noticed a lot of discussion about is the end game and how it can be improved. Right now, these discussions are happening in our studio. We're listening, but we need time to digest everything and draw up the best plans for the future. We will have more to say in this soon. Please stay tuned and keep the conversation rolling. More than likely, they're focused on PC launch right now, and I think after PC launch, that's when we might be, well, hopefully we'll start to see some changes. But let me go back to the Luke Smith interview where now he talks about the fixed roles thing. So he says, I'm still a pretty big supporter of the change. I believe that ultimately the Destiny franchise is heading towards becoming a collection game. I understand that we have shortcomings there right now that we need to address. With respects to making duplicates matter, this is still one of the things we have ideas for. Now remember, last week's interview, I talked about something with that unknown player pointed out from an old interview from Mashable. I'll try to link that in the description too, where Luke Smith did talk about, well, if I get my 2nd, 3rd, or 10th better devils, how can I make them all interesting? How can I make them different? In my opinion, if fixed roles are staying, which it seems like they are, I'm going to continue with the interview here, they're going to have to go mods. They're going to have to revamp the mod system because that's going to be the only way to change up or mix up somewhat getting all fixed roles. I mean, if they could really revamp the mod system where you can go in and maybe craft things or like do certain quests or do things for Banshee where not only you just, because right now mods are just, all right, increasing reload with kinetics, subclass type things, but what if you could get mods where you can actually craft something that has Outlaw on it, right? Or Dragonfly, even though I wish Firefly was back because Dragonfly doesn't seem as effective as Firefly, but you know where I'm going here, guys. Like, mods, I think, is going to be the only way they can improve on this system is giving us a way to create mods to make the weapons more interesting. So let me continue with the Luke Smith quote. He goes, you project when something comes out what you think the problems are going to be. Sometimes you're right and you're like, cool, we could just do the work we plan to do. Sometimes you're not right and you have something else come up that becomes a higher priority. So for us, what we're doing right now is looking at the potential work we could do, and we will prioritize it. I still believe, and so does the gameplay team, that we've done the right thing for the collection game. So it looks like the fixed roles aren't going anywhere. So here's the two possible solutions that I think would help the game, and of course I want to hear from you guys in the comment section. One is when we get an expansion or we get anything new, we just need a lot more weapons. You know, when they went the whole fixed roles thing, I thought it was just going to be, all right, fixed roles makes things a little bit more even in terms of PvP stuff, but there's just going to be an exorbitant amount of gear. I mean, so much stuff. But if I think about when it comes to armor, yeah, there's tons of armor sets, but it's kind of more like a fashion show. You know, there's no real reason to go grind and get the full set on IO or the full set from the EDZ. There's really not much you can do to them except mod them. So in my opinion, I think the mod system needs a rework, because if they're staying with fixed roles, the only way they can make things more interesting is going to be the mod system. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, all right? That's it, guys. Do me a favor. Drop a like in this video only if you see fit. Follow me on the Twitter at Mesa Sean. Check out my stream. Usually always on YouTube, and that's it. I'm out of here like Vladimir.